India claims China is militarizing the Taiwan Strait as the dispute over the Chinese Navy vessel intensifies. In an intensifying verbal battle brought on by a Chinese military ship landing in a port that Sri Lanka got through the debt trap, India has accused China of militarizing the Taiwan Strait. The accusation, which the Indian High Commission in Sri Lanka referred to in a statement on Sunday, is reportedly the first time the Indian government has used the descriptor, and it represents a rare Indian government intervention on the cross-straits issues as India deals with tensions along its border with China. A Chinese military research vessel had a week-long docking at the Hambantota port in Sri Lanka earlier this month. The Yuan Wang 5 is one of several Chinese spy ships used by the People's Liberation Army to track launches of satellites, rockets, and intercontinental ballistic missiles, according to analysts. India opposed the docking of the Yuan Wang 5, raising concerns that Beijing intended to exploit the port as a military base, which caused a delay of several days. According to China's Foreign Affairs Ministry, the vessel was performing marine research by international law and practice, and would not jeopardize the security and economic interests of any country. China has a history of repeatedly lying, giving other countries a de facto status, as was the case in the South China Sea, and intimidating all the other countries there. The Yuan Wang 5 had been gone for a week. Yet, over the weekend, China's embassy in Sri Lanka accused India of engaging in de facto interference in Sri Lanka's sovereignty and independence by citing security concerns. China now occupies and subjugates. Sri Lanka needs help, not unwelcome pressure or unneeded controversies to suit the objective of another country, the Indian High Commission in Colombo stated on Saturday. Additionally, it referred to debt-driven objectives, possibly about the Hambantota port, which was sponsored by China and is frequently linked to claims of Chinese debt trap diplomacy. To balance the opposing powers of India and China, which analysts claim Sri Lanka needs, the country is currently navigating its way out of its worst-ever economic crisis. 10% or more of the country's overall foreign debt comprises Chinese loans. However, India has also given Sri Lanka a $3.8 billion loan this year to help it overcome its economic difficulties. The ship arrived in Hambantota precisely 1 week after China finished its extensive military exercises around Taiwan in reaction to Nancy Pelosi's visit. China's military has continued to engage in increasing activity since those drills concluded, which observers have dubbed a worrying new normal. The media line, an unofficial border that divides the Taiwan Strait but China has recently claimed its sovereign seas, is almost crossed daily. To assist Sri Lanka in escaping the Chinese debt trap of enslavement, India must implement the Chinese occupation tax. Once China gets her 4 battle groups prepared for deployment in Gwadar and Hambantota ports in Sri Lanka, dealing with China will become more challenging unless India takes proactive preparations.